Hey guys, welcome to day 339 of playing Persona 4 Golden in all time. Now we're still in that 1 month gap until March 19th, so in the meantime, let's continue playing through Persona 4 Dancing All Night. So last time we wrapped up Chapter 6, now let's jump into Chapter 7. After we got through to Mitsuchimizu, we found a new door that seemed to lead into an edit bay from Takura Productions. Rize says she didn't sense any shadows inside, but it can't hurt to be cautious. I lead the group in and stay on guard, just in case, while I look over the room's interior. But...
This song!
The hell? Are the shadows in here?
It's alright. Stand
oh,
aside.
is this the Calistigia song? You know, a rough edit, still in drafts. We instantly tense up as we realize we can still hear the song in here. However, Mr. Shimizu calmly steps past us. I thought I sensed danger, but it's true. Something's different. Not only are there no shadows, but the song doesn't affect us. What's going on here?
As I thought. This is only a playback of a recording.
At her clarification, we relax our guard once more. So the song we're hearing now is just being played back by this equipment. Still, I cast my gaze around the area. She looks to me and nods. She must be wondering the same thing I am. Yeah, a lot more narration in this chapter.
Where are we, really?
Good question. But I can guess as to why these are all rooms found at Takura Productions.
You can? Why then?
A few days after Yuko passed away, I went to the police to collect her belongings. However, there was one item I couldn't find anywhere. Not at her home, not at the agency, nowhere.
Her diary.
What are you talking about?
What you all wish to know. This item was something I gave to Yuko as a gift on the day she got her first gig. Yuko was so pleased. She set the combination to 1324, hers and my birthday combined. She carried it everywhere she went.
Okay, so I guess
diary.
13 is
You've
like
seen pieces of it
if
in
she was
those
born in
dressing
December
rooms.
and the other born in January. At her words, all the rooms we've been through flash through my mind. A familiar-looking door, the table in the center, lights up the makeup booths, and the notes taped to the mirror. Then, those were...
Those notes were Yuko-san's diary.
And one other thing. Resuming the discussion we were having outside. It's about that eerie song that's been playing constantly in this world.
It's
You said that
Calistigia,
you
isn't
don't
it?
know what it is, no?
Huh? Well, duh. We heard it for the first time when we got here.
True. But at the same time, you already know what that song is.
We do?
Yeah. Pretty sure it's Calistigia. Unless it's like the June-S theme song, but in reverse or something like that.
Calistigia. Is that the song Yuko-san left behind?
That's right. It was Yuko's last song.
Whoa, wait a sec. You expected that to become a hit single? I mean, it sounds so...
Of course, it doesn't work as a song in this state. You're hearing it reversed.
Oh, wow.
Reversed?
Okay.
It's being played backwards from how it's supposed to?
Yes.
I am
though
kind of curious
don't
now,
know
if you
why.
actually take that
I'm
audio
quite
and play it
familiar with the
backwards,
song,
does it
so I
sound
noticed it at once.
like a pop,
If
like
I
a pop
reverse
song?
the track that's being played here, it would be the original Calistesia. Like so.
With that, Mr. Kimizu makes some quick adjustments using the equipment, clearly used to operating them. Abruptly, the eerie song changes to a charming melody with a young woman singing. Her joyful voice fills the room.
So,
Okay, this was supposed to be the next big hit.
the last song Yuko-san wrote. Wait, but something's not right about this.
Yeah, it still sounds
What?
pretty rough.
Miss Ochimizu, is this really the song Yuko-san left behind? I mean, the vocals.
Yeah, it sounds like it was recorded in a cave. Though Rize's noticed something, she seems hesitant to finish her thought. I sense something odd as well. The voice we now hear singing Calistegia feels oddly familiar somehow.
You're right. Yuko Asada isn't singing this.
Then who?
The singer is a girl who was at the studio auditioning on the day of Yuko's suicide. She was the
Kanmin.
one who found Yuko's body.
What?
This girl lost her memories of the incident from the shock of what she saw. Ironically, it was just after passing her audition. It was only recently that I learned her identity. I suspect that she is the voice ruling over this world. When I struck a deal with the voice, it made a stage before my eyes. If that voice's owner is indeed the one who created this world, it's no surprise that there are dressing rooms and an edit bay from the Takara Productions that she knows.
So you're saying she sees these places all the time, so it ain't weird for them to show up when she made this place. I mean, I don't get that handmade feel from this room or those dressing rooms. It's more like they just popped up the way they're supposed to be.
Yeah, I know what you mean. When you're feeling relaxed, it kind of brings out your natural self.
Indeed. And Yuko's lost diary is most likely in her possession. I noticed something
So
odd
it all
recently.
comes back to
No
Kanami.
matter how many times I brought up Calisthesia or Yuko, she would never remember by the next day. At first, I thought she was doing it as a joke, but that didn't seem to be
Yeah,
the case.
good joke.
Even now, she's consistently denying what happened to Yuko.
I think you should tell us who it is you're referring to.
This is the rough track we recorded for the festival. So of course, the singer is...
LMB Fest, Calisthesia, Kanami Kitchen, and Yuko Asada. Everything finally fits into place and connects together. So the girl singing this, and thus the figure in the case Mr. Chimizu is talking about, it must be...
Konami Mashita.
You figured it out?
You!
The voice echoes without any warning, and the monitors in the room flicker before the culprit finally appears on screen. It looks like Kanami-san, but her eyes are gleaming gold and glaring down at us.
That's...
Okay, so it's like her shadow version.
off every meal. I'm your Konami Mashita. I can't believe you told them about that, Miss Ochimizu. You weren't kidding about dissolving our bond.
Seriously? So the one who dragged those girls and us in here? The one who released the video onto the LMB site? The mastermind behind all this?
Yep, that would be me. It's such a shame. The Kahneman Kitchen Girls and Miss Ochimizu too, they're all gonna abandon me.
Konami, stop this. No matter how much you struggle, you can't do anything about it now.
Wait, those golden eyes. Is that Konami-san's shadow?
Shadow, what do you...
You shouldn't struggle. I feel so sorry for that detective, though. What was his name? Dojima? Do you know him?
What did you do to Dojima-san?
Oh, you have it backwards. Dojima-san's the one who did something.
Yeah, he gets
just
the bottom
had
of the case.
to tell her things she didn't need to know. Now it's time for Konami to...
What do you mean? Are you not Konami? Where is she really?
You're losing your head, Miss Ochimizu. Come on, it's you who always said how important it is to stay in character. Well, fine. I'll make this one exception. Wanna see what Konami's doing right now?
Probably getting sucked into the
Is
midnight
this-
stage.
Konami-san in the real world?
That's right. Now let's see what happens.
On screen, Konami-san seems to be in some kind of waiting room, but with a scream, the feed abruptly cuts off. Was that...
Hey, did I just see?
You dragged Konami-san into the midnight stage.
You're absolutely right. But that was inevitable, wasn't it? She was alone, easily replaceable, unable to express herself, and had no bonds. Poor Konami. She didn't remember anything, but Dojima-san just had to butt in and make her remember. I was going to invite her here anyway, but thanks to Dojima-san, it was an easy pull. Though, it wasn't just Dojima-san.
What do you mean by that?
I'll tell you something interesting. That room you're in right now, that's the place Konami made in her heart to seal away her memories. Same with those dressing rooms. She locked away all the memories she didn't want in those rooms. Because she wanted to hold the Yuko-san that she admired within her.
So those diary pages on the walls were...
The memories she wanted to erase but couldn't were kept in those rooms. I exist within Konami. That's why this world I've created is affected by her heart as well. But I made sure to keep it hidden, you know? But you just had to keep provoking me, intent on conveying your bonds to her, didn't you?
Whoa, wait! So this whole time we were trying to show you what a real bond is, it was setting off this Konami chick's memories, and...
That's right. Ah, poor Konami. There was no way she could have faced up to any of this. But she just had to try and do her best to help you all, because you called her a friend. Didn't stop her from getting hurt, though.
Stop laughing! You're the one who started all this by kidnapping Konami-chan's friends! All we wanted to do was rescue them!
Rescue? Of course you did, and this is what you get. You still don't see. What you did only hurt Konami in the end. That's why I kept bringing it up. Showing your true self only ever ends up hurting people.
That's not true. It seems so clear in my mind, but I can't put it into words. Is this all true? All this time were we just hurting Konami-san even more? The truth is that Konami-san has been hurt. She's been pulled into this case now and dragged screaming into the midnight stage. Can we really be certain in that everything we did was for the best? Worries rise in my heart and I tremble, a sudden chill running through me. However, someone pushes past us and gallantly stands her ground.
No, that's not true.
What?
If nothing else, these children saved me. I understand now, and I'm certain the same is true for those girls. If they hadn't come for us, we would have been swept up in your bonds and danced here for all eternity. What these children showed us wasn't for nothing. Konami, true bonds do exist.
Miss Ochimizu.
What bullshit! You're playing in this farce too, Miss Ochimizu? What a freaking letdown! We don't need that shit here! All this cheap friendship crap is so shallow I could puke!
What the? Kana-chan suddenly got...
What was that? Something in its voice changed. Whatever's talking to us on that screen, it isn't Konami. What in the world is this thing?
Are you really Konami?
Who cares about that? I've got something more interesting to talk about. I did go to the trouble of bringing Konami here after all. Why don't I put in a little more effort to make this truly grandiose?
Another earthquake?
Kanami's here with us now. I think there's only one thing that quake can mean.
Did you think I was making a new stage for Konami like I did with Ms. Ochimizu? Of course not. I wouldn't waste the effort. After all, there are so many people who want to connect with me that are gathered today all on their own. Come on, let's think even bigger.
People who want to connect? Not making any sense, damn it!
This might be bad. My senses have been screwy ever since I got here. I think it's been a few days already since we fell in. If you remember what we came here to practice for, I think it's talking about...
LMB Fest? Yeah, I mean, we didn't come to practice the LMB website. Let's say the venue.
Yeah.
Especially if it's building a stage.
Festival.
That's right. That feed of Konami we saw was indeed from the dressing room at the LMB venue. That means today is the day of the festival. This thing, it's after the LMB venue
Wait,
itself.
how many days have we been trapped in the midnight stage?
Wow, you got it! Hey, why don't we get started? Let's kick off this super sweet Bonds Festival so I can connect with everyone!
What was that shaking? My fur's starting to stand on end.
With a high-pitched laugh, the being wearing Konami-san's appearance disappears. At the same time, the quaking ground settles still. It's after the Love Meets Bond Fest venue. What in the world is
There's
it planning
no
on
doubt
doing
that
there?
it's gonna try something at the LMB venue. We should get out of here. Be ready for anything, guys.
I'm going to fetch the girls. Better to have them all in one place, just in case.
Yeah, knowing that they're all someplace safe would be one less thing for us to worry about.
I'll be honest. I have no idea what's going on anymore. But I'm not worried. You can do this. Isn't that right, Inarakami?
Let's say, leave it to us.
Leave it to us. We'll do everything it takes to save everyone.
All right, this is gonna be our final battle. Let's get psyched!
We must brace ourselves. There's no knowing what to expect.
Investigation
Alright, we're gonna have to
team,
bust out our
let's
best
move.
moves.
Yeah!
After splitting up with Miss Uchimizu and proceeding onwards for a while, the scenery around us begins to change again. But this time, it would be an understatement to just call it a change of scenery.
What in the world? The sky's blue all of a sudden.
Look! Over there! Is this the entire festival? It's strange, though. It feels different from what we've seen in this world so far.
I sense it too. This is definitely the smell of Sensei's world. It's as plain as the nose on my face. A part of the real LMB has found its way into this world.
A real place is in the midnight stage?
Dude, this isn't funny. What's going on here?
Okay, more fog coming in.
Welcome to the Love Meets Bonds Festival! Isn't this fun? I brought it here. The venue, the audience, all of it.
The audience? You mean everyone who showed up for the festival?
Uh-huh. I want to watch their performance. I want to become one with everyone. I want to get up close. Everyone wants bonds somewhere in their hearts. If they could have that without any pain, there's no way they'd turn it down.
Impossible. If the voice is telling the truth, then this LMB Fest before us is the one that should be in the real world. It's a staggeringly massive venue. The audience must be tremendous. With all these people here, no. Is it trying to...
Are you trying to connect the entire LMB audience with your bonds?
That's
Yeah, if they're
right.
really getting dragged to
Won't
the
that be
midnight stage, I feel like it's gonna be really
Soon,
tough to sweep this under
Konami
the
will be
rug
the
of
idol everyone
shadows,
wants her to
the
be,
midnight
and she'll
stage,
sing our song
everything.
of bonds. Everyone will be so happy. We're really about to become one.
Don't be stupid. Ain't no way in hell we're letting that happen.
You just don't understand. It's okay. There's still some time until Konami's performance. You can play with these kids for a bit.
Hopefully Nanako didn't get dragged in. Okay, just more shadows. The same JPEG we've seen before. I sense the voice leave, and at the same time, a black miasma pours forth. A horde of shadows emerges from it. Dang it, we don't have time for
Seize
this.
again! Out of the way, damn it!
Kanji, don't! Threatening these shadows won't help anything.
I know!
It's alright, Kanji. We've made it this far. Rise, pull up my tunes. We can't pull the LMB audience into this. We have to save them.
Got it. Take him out for us, Senpai!
Leave it to me. Hit it!
Alright, time to dance.
Let's get it started now.
Let's start here.
Ah! It's Sensei! Sensei's on! He's about to start!
Here's another round.
Perfect. How's that? All right. Yeah. It's ready. Went well. How's that? All right.
Teddy's here!
Yeah. Went well.
Sensei, you're incredible!
Thanks, Teddy.
Awesome!
I really enjoyed that, Teddy. I'm glad you were here. Perfect. How's that? All right.
Very nice.
All right, I'm ready whenever.
Live a real life, don't be possessed by whoever, no time to waste, keep on moving. When you're on and off the beat, don't matter if you never give up like
enjoyed that setting. I'm glad you were here. All right.
Straight away, go my way, let the nonchalant be commandant to themselves. They were taking over, making over. The lampshade claim they make games over. It's a spell of magic, imagine what happens. Different
went
age,
well.
different passion. What I'm asking, I can't call it. If I ain't got my crew up, it's instant. Gonna touchdown, make this die. Keys me alive, the melody, the flow, the beat, the heart together.
Ah, dang it, I think that's the first good. I think I had like a perfect combo until then.
That went well. Perfect. How's that? Izanagi!
Alright, bass solo to bring us home.
Good, that went excellently.
Sensei, you were super awesome!
How's that? I could tell that after pitting everything I had into that dance, the shadows were thrilled. But unlike Rize, I'm still just I barely train amateur when it comes to dancing. Even though it's easier to convey our feelings in this world, no matter how many times I dance, I'll still worry. So when I see the shadows become streams of light and escape this world, that's the only time I can truly know I've done well.
All right. Looks like they understood.
Still feeling the rush of excitement, I high-five my friends, finally relaxing. That's when Chie speaks up.
You know, now that I think about it, this is a pretty dicey situation, huh? The entire LMB festival got brought over here? That's just insane! This
Yeah, I
might
know.
be beyond what we
Like I
can
said,
trace
it can be
tonight.
very tough to explain that one
Do
to
you
the
really think
general
that was
public.
Konami-san's shadow?
It's possible. The shadows we've encountered here so far were forcefully pulled from the people who watched the video on the LMB site. But compared to the shadows we fought in our previous adventures, these ones are somewhat anomalous.
You know, that's true. The shadows we're used to took the form of the parts of us we don't want to admit, that we buried inside us. When they came out in that TV world, they'd talk non-stop to the point where it got obnoxious. The way I remember it is them going on and on about things we never wanted anyone else to find out about.
I had the sense that the more they were denied, the more power they got as they came at their actual self. I don't really like to think about it, though.
I don't deny it anymore. But it's still tough to say I'd
Yeah,
accept it with
Kanji
open
looks
arms.
completely out of it.
Leaving aside these bitter memories of our youth, does this mean that thing seriously is Kanami's shadow?
Whether or not she realizes it, if we take what Miss Ochimizu told us, we know that Kanami-san is constantly burdened with abnormal levels of stress. If she's indeed buried these memories rather than acknowledging them, it wouldn't be a surprise for her shadow to go berserk.
Yeah, but...
Let's say... I mean, I am pretty curious about what's going on in the real world.
Konami-san never went into the TV world the way we did. Is it possible that her shadow could have gone berserk? She never spent time in that world so connected to people's hearts.
Yeah, it
There's
is
also the way
interesting
that
if you
Shadow
watch
brought
the
whole
LMB
site
website
from
at
our
midnight,
world to
but nothing
here.
happened to
Doesn't
her.
that seem way past what the ordinary shadows we knew could do?
That's a good point. Not only did it pull in people's shadows with that video, it created this ginormous world. That's a lot more power than that poor maiden's shadow should have.
Then, we should consider the possibility of something with greater power manipulating events here. Or perhaps...
A roar of excitement erupts from the LME Fest venue that had been dropped into the other world. Those weren't screams, that's definitely cheering. What's going on in there?
What the? The crowd's going wild considering they got dragged into another world.
Is the whole audience
I
going
don't
to
know
be
what it
shadows
is,
now?
but I can sense a nasty presence that way. It's real strong.
Because I
We
mean,
need to hurry.
if the shadows in the
Konami-san's in
Midnight
danger.
Stage are the souls of people that went to the LMB website, then it makes sense that the people in the audience will be shadows. But I guess we'll find out tomorrow. For now, that's going to wrap up the gameplay portion for today and bring us on to Shuffle Time. Alright, today's card is the Empress Arcana in the reverse position. So this is the social link, the Arcana represented by the social link with Margaret from the Velvet Room in Persona 4 Golden. So let's go ahead and see what fate has in store for us today. The Empress reversed indicates that you have lost too much of your own willpower and strength because you have started placing too much effort and concern to other people's affairs. While the Empress's nature is of showering her loved ones with attention and care, this can sometimes go overboard. You might be neglecting your own needs or even smothering the ones you love with your well-intentioned actions. In a role reversal, perhaps the reversed Empress is finding her way into your life. It could also mean that you are relying on others to take care of you and make decisions for you. You need to work towards removing this influence on your life and build confidence in your own actions. Always try as much as you can to ensure that you solve matters on your own. Okay. You know, at the beginning that's like you're focusing too much on other people's lives. I feel like I'm kind of the opposite, that I'm kind of too focused on taking care of other people and not myself. That I think sometimes it's good to focus on yourself, make sure you have everything in order yourself before you try helping other people. But I think there's a lot of things that if you don't fight for it, it's not going to happen. And so when it comes to any creative pursuit or kind of taking care of yourself, no one else is going to come over and like exercise you. You have to make yourself exercise. So stuff like that, any creative pursuit, anything that you think is really worth going for, it's really up to you at the end of the day to really pursue that if you want to. And so don't let yourself down, I think is the takeaway. And I think one thing that also helps, if I just tracked what I've done in a day, if at the end of the day I look at it and I say, am I glad? Is this enough for me? Then I think living in a way that each day you go, yeah, I think I did enough today. Like I'm proud of myself. Then I think if you do that consistently, you're really going to be going far. But I think it's the lack of attention that causes people to fall into routines or ruts that aren't productive. But I think if you really put the attention into it, I think you can go far. But that's going to be another card down and another day done. So that's going to wrap it up for today. Feel free to subscribe if you'd like to follow along with the journey, as I do this every day. But either way, thanks for watching. I truly appreciate it. I'll see you guys tomorrow.